Okay. So today we will see some methods which are present inside the thread class. Yesterday we know about how to create a thread by thread class and with the help of runnable interface, right? Now you knows that how to create a thread with the help of thread class also and with the help of interface also, right? So today we will see some of the methods which are present inside our thread class. These are all the methods which are present inside the thread class. My screen is visible. Is my screen is visible? Okay. Okay. See, these are all the methods which are present inside the thread class. Like if you take the example like a run method, start method, current thread is alive. These are naming method, daemon thread method, priority based method. After that, we will see prevent thread execution method, interrupting a thread method. These all the methods are present inside the thread class. And if you talk about the wait, notify, and the notify all, these are all the methods are present inside the object class. Okay. Today we will see what are the this basic method, what is meant by naming method, what is daemon thread method, and what is the priority method. Okay. So yesterday he taught about the what is the run method and what is the start method. Today we will see that again. Okay. Suppose if we come here inside the Eclipse. Inside the Eclipse I came. Now if I write anything here, system.out. Right. If I write here hello. So what if I run this one, what will happen? Simply hello will be print on the console. See, if I run this one, so hello will be print on the console. But what we know till now, like if we run this one, so JVM will come here, and after that, JVM will execute this all the things, whatever things which are present inside the main method. But now we are learning the multi-threading. We are learning the concept of threads. What will be happen here? Simply will come to the print here, and inside that, what we will do? Simply, this is our program. Right, this is our program. Now we are learning the thread. So what will happen here if we execute this program? So what will happen here? So simply if we run this one, so JVM will come into the main method first. That thing is same, that thing is same. After that, inside the main method, what it will be do? Simply it will create a thread here. Okay, JVM will not execute this all things. Simply JVM will create one thread here. That is the one thread it will be create. What is the name of this thread? That is the main thread. Okay, JVM will create one thread here. That thread name is a main thread. Okay, this thread name is a main thread. I will simply write here what is the name of this thread. It is the main thread. What is the name of this thread? Main thread. And this thread will be execute what are the things which are inside our main method. Means from starting we are using the thread. Okay, from starting we are using the thread. This thread is executing all of the things, whatever things which are present inside the main method. And all the things who will execute, that is the main thread. Okay, what happen if we run this one? What will be happen? It will be JVM will come into the main method, and JVM will create one thread. That thread name is a main thread. That thread will be execute whatever things which are present inside the main method. Okay, this thread will be execute all the things which are present inside the main method. Is the main thread. Okay, main thread who is created? That is JVM. JVM will create a main thread. Whatever things we will write inside the main method, that all the things which will that all the things is executed by the main thread. Now suppose if I want to create a thread, so how we will create that? We can create with the help of thread class also, and we can create with the help of runnable interface also. So simply we will try to create with the help of thread class. So what we need to do? That is a class, that is a predefined class. That is a predefined class means that class is already created by the Java peoples. In that class we have a multiple methods and multiple constructors and many things are present inside that many things are present inside this that class, that is the thread class. Now if I want to use that method, like run method, start method, how we will use that? Simply we have to extend that, right? Extends, and simply I will write here thread is the first step to create a thread. If you want to know that how to create a thread, simply I have listed here what are the steps we have to follow, like extend thread class, then we have to override the run method, then we have to create an object of the class, then simply we have to start the thread using the start method. So simply I will come here, I have to extend the thread. So simply I have extend the thread here. Well, after that, what is the second method? We have to override the run method. Simply I will come here, I have to override the run method here, public right run. Okay, this is the run method. Inside the run method, what we need to do? We have to write a thread task. Whatever we will write here, that will be the thread task. So simply I will write here system.out. I want to perform the hello will be print by the thread. Hello one will be print by the thread. Who will print this thing? That is the thread. Because inside the run method we will provide a thread task. Which task you want to provide, you want to complete with the help of thread, so that will be provided, we will provide into the run method. Okay, inside the run method we will write a thread. So this is a thread task I have provided to the thread. Now if I want to start this thread, how will start the thread? Simply I will write sorry, here if you we will write simple hello and there we will write hello one. Okay, now if I want to start the thread, how will start that? This is the third step. We have to create an object. Simply we will come here and we will create an object. So what is the name of our class? Test. Simply I will write here test obj equals to new test. Simply I will write like that. Okay, sorry, I have created an object. After that, this is the third step. What is the fourth step? With the help of object, we have to write. We have to start the thread. So simply, if I write here obj dot start, so our thread will be start here. See, if I write it, if I run this one now, thread will be start here. See, first hello is printing. After that, hello one is printing on the console. So what is the use of the start method? So if you want to start the thread, with the help of start method, we can start the thread. And what is the use of this run method? Inside the run method, we will provide a thread task. Now, another thing is that if I write here run, so what will be the output we'll get? If I write run here, so we will get output or not? Yes. Okay. If I run this one, so hello one and hello. Okay. Yes. Okay. If I run this one, so hello and hello will be print on the console. Hello and hello one will be print on the console. But what is the difference between the start method and the run method? Suppose if I write here run method, so what it will be do? It will be this method will be behave like a normal run method. Okay, it will not behave like a thread. Okay, it will not behave like a thread task. But if I write here like a start here, if I write here start, so what it will do? This method will behave like a thread task. This method will be behave like a thread task. And where is our thread? So this is our thread here. Okay, this is our thread. Where thread is creating? Here our thread is creating. And what is the name of this thread? You are not giving any name to this thread. So by default, JVM will give the main names to this thread. So what is the name of this thread? Like a thread 0. If we create another thread, that thread will be thread 1. If we create another thread again, that name is a thread 2. We can change the name by according to our name also. But if you are not giving any name to the thread, so by default JVM will give the default name to this thread, that is the thread 0. If we create another thread, then thread 1, thread 2, like that. Okay, this is our thread, that is the obj, that is the thread 0. Okay, this is here our thread is created. For that, if you write like object dot start, so it will be come into the run method. Inside the run method, whatever we write, that will be print on the console. The start method is present inside the thread class. Okay, the start method is present inside the thread class, so it will be called the start method of the thread class, and from the start method it will be indirectly called this run method. So this like our thread will be work. So till now we knows that what is meant by run method, what is meant by start method, right? So these are the two methods which are present inside the basic method, like run and the start. So what is the use of the run method? So if you want to write any thread task inside, if you want to provide any thread for the task, okay, so if I provide any task for the thread, so that will be right inside your run method. Okay, and what is the use of the start method? If you want to start the thread, we can start the thread with the help of start method. Another method we have, that is the current thread method. What is the use of this current thread? Suppose I want to know that which thread is working here. Suppose I want to know that which thread is working here. What we will do? Simply we will use this method, that is the current thread method. Current thread method is provide it is return the current instance of the thread. Okay, it is used to return the current instance of the thread. This method is a native method. So what is meant by native method? This its implementation, it is written in the another language other than the Java. Okay, so which is the another language like a C or the C++? Now we are learning the Java. So which are the native language for us? Is the C and C++ are the native language. So its implementation, that is this current thread current thread method implementation, is written in the another language like a C++ or the C. Okay, because so this is the current thread method. Why we are using the current thread? So if I want to know that which thread is working here or which thread is working here, I want instance of the thread. So that's why we are using that current thread method. Simply we'll try to execute that. Simply I'm writing here system.out. Okay, inside that what I am writing thread dot, simply I will write here current thread. So why I am writing here thread dot current thread? Because this method is present inside the thread class. Where it is present inside, where it is present, that is the current thread method. It is present inside the thread class, and it is a static method. Static method. If this method is static method, so we can call the static method with the help of class name also. Okay, if you want to call the static method, so we can call it with the help of directly class name also. So here is the class name. With the help of class name, we are calling the current thread method. Now if I run this one, so see what will be the output we will get. Here we are getting thread, then main, then priority, and then here name we are getting. So which thread is working here? That is the main thread. Now again we will write here system.out. Here we will see which thread is working here. What is the which thread instance? If I want to get the instance of this thread now, so how we will get that? Simply we will write here this thread dot current thread simply, and simply if I want to differentiate that, I will write here the child. Okay, plus. Yeah. If I run this one now, see thread, this one, this thread is a main 5 and 5 main. After that child thread, which is the child thread here, that is the thread 0, 5 and main. Which thread is working here? That is the thread 0. And which thread is working here? That is the main thread. Okay, main thread is working here and thread 0 is working here. Which is the thread 0? This is the thread 0 which is created by us only. Right? And this thread is created by the JVM, that is the main thread. Now here we have two threads, that is the main thread, and the another thread we have, that is the thread 0. This thread 0 is a child thread, we can say that. And this another thread we have here, that is the main thread. Right, main thread is a parent thread, and the another thread we have, that is the thread 0, that is the child thread. So why I am calling thread 0 as a child thread? So see here, which thread is responsible to execute all of the things from here? That is the main thread. Main thread is executing this all of the things, that is first thing, then second line, then third line, then fourth line. Who is executing that? That is the main thread. After that, see, first main thread will be execute this line. After that, main thread will execute this line. Then after that, here we have creating the object. And here only our thread is also creating. Who is creating this thing? That is the our thread. Okay, our thread, that is the which thread? That is the main thread is creating our thread 0. So we can say that this thread 0 is a child thread and main thread is our parent thread. We can say that. Okay? We can say that this is our child thread which is created by the main thread only. Thread main thread is a parent thread. Thread 0 is a child thread here because this thread is also created by the main thread. Right. After that, we have another method here, that is the isAlive method. What is the use of this method? So isAlive method, by the name we can say that when thread is alive, then it will return true. When thread is not alive, that time it will return false. Okay, that is the use of our isAlive method. If our thread is alive, then it will return true. If our thread is not alive, then it will return false. When thread will be goes to the dead state, when the thread task is complete, then it will be go to the dead state. Yesterday we talked about the life cycle of thread. So when thread will be come to the dead state, when thread task is completed, then it will goes to the dead state. Right. So simply what we will do here, simply I will remove this thing also, and here I will remove this thing. Okay. Now, if I want to know that this main thread is alive or not here, simply I will write here system.out, and here I will write simply thread dot is alive. Can I able to write here? No, because this is not a static method. Okay, is alive method is not a static method, so we cannot able to call this method with the help of class name. Okay, this is a normal method, so we have to call with the help of current thread method. Simply see public, final, and native. Native method is also a native method. This method implementation is also written in the other language other than the Java. Like C and C++ is implementation is written. Now, if I want to use that method, how we will use that? Thread. Now, if I want to get this thread is working here, so how we will get that? Simply we will get it here like current thread. I want current thread from here. Now, simply I will check that this thread is alive or not. If I run this one here, see what it will print. Is it true? Means this thread is alive here. Now we will check with this thread. That is the thread 0. Simply I will write here system.out. Here I will write object dot is alive. See, this is object, okay? This is our thread. This is not a class name. That's why I'm using directly, that is the is alive. Okay. Now if I run this one, it is returning false. It is returning false because thread is not started yet. After when thread is started, then we will perform object dot start method. That time only our thread will be start. So if right here after start method, the same it will be print true, then false it will be print, and after that it is printing this line, it is printing true. Why? Because after the start method our thread will be alive. Before the start method our thread will be not alive. If we check here also system.out, okay, and here if I write here, like if I want to know that how we'll get that thread dot here, this thread is working here. After that I want to check that that thread is alive or not. So simply I will write is alive. Okay, here simply I will write anything like 1 to differentiate that. Okay, and if I run this one now, is here because our thread is working here, no, that's why it is returning true house true here. This is the is alive. So what is the use of is alive? If I want to know that our thread is alive or not, so that simply we are using the is alive. Our thread is alive, that time it will return true. If our thread is not alive, that time it will return a false. Before start method it will be alive. If it is not alive, after the start method it will be alive. Okay, that is the use of our is alive method, and it will return always boolean value, that is the true and the false value. Okay, so these are all the basic methods which are present inside the thread class, like the run method, start method, run thread, is alive. Do anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Okay. Okay, now we will move to the another methods, like naming method. What is meant by naming method? So if I want to get the name, or if I want to set the name of any method, for that simply we are using two methods, that is the get name method and set name method. Now we will simply come here, and suppose I will remove this thing, and I will remove this extends threads also. We will see first, that is the thread we have now. So we will try with that thread only. So which thread is working here inside the main method? That is the main thread. Which thread is working here? That is the main thread. If suppose I will write here system.out, and if I write here 100 divided by 0. So what will be the output we will get now? What will be the output we will get now? If I write 100 divided by 0, so what will be the output we will get it now? Exception, right? Inside the exception we saw that which type of exception we will get? Which type of exception? That is the arithmetic, right? Arithmetic exception we will get if I run this one here. See, in the beginning we are using the in the beginning we are using the threading. See here, exception in thread main. Okay, exception in thread main. So in which thread we have an exception? Inside the main thread. Means here we are, here our main thread is executing all of the things. If you see this one, exception in thread main, which exception we are getting here? The arithmetic exception. Then this is the description, and this is our stack. Can we able to change the name of this thread? This thread name is a main thread. If I want to get that name, how we will get that? Simply we will write here system.out. Okay, and here what we will write? There is a thread dot current thread, and simply will change the name. Okay, we will get the name first. So if I want to get the name, for that we have a method, that is the get name method. Okay, now if I run this one, see what will be the output we will get? Run as Java application. See, what is the name of our thread? That is the main thread. Okay, which thread is working here? That is the main thread. Now if I want to change the name of that thread, so can we able to change that? So yes, we have the method, that is a set name method. Okay, our method, that is the set name method. With the help of set name method we can able to change the name of our thread also. So simply we will come here, and we will try to change the name of this main thread. So simply I will here thread dot current thread dot set name. Okay, simply I will change the name of this thread. So if I want to change the name, any name, simply we have to write inside the double quote, right? Thread dot current thread dot set name we have to write. Now, if I want to change the name, we'll take any name from the group. So Vamsi. Okay. Now, see, if I run this one, so what will be the output we'll get? Simply, it will be print first system.out.println name of our thread 4. That is the old name of our thread. Okay. After that, we have changed the name. So for that, first we will see this thing, and here we try to print that name again. Okay, same thing I will print it here, thread dot current thread dot get name here also. And what we will do, sorry, okay, and what we will do, simply here we will write old name to differentiate that. Okay, old name we will write. After that, same thing we will do in this thing also, and here we will write new name. Okay, old name and the new name. Now if I run this one, see what will be the output we will get. Old name is a main thread, and what is the new name of our thread? It is the Vamsi. Okay, so we can change the name of our thread also. So see, now if I write here the system.out, and if I write here 100 divided by 0, so now what will be the name of our this thread? Now first name of our old name of our this thread is a main. After that we change the name of it from main to Vamsi. What is the new name of our thread? It is the Vamsi. Now we will try to run this one. Now see what will be the output we will get. Old name main, new name Vamsi. So exception in thread Vamsi. Before that, what we are getting? Exception in thread main. But we have changed the name from main thread to the Vamsi. Okay. So exception in thread Vamsi we are getting here. So we can be able to change the name of our main thread also. Okay. So if we want to get the name of our thread, so for that we will use simple get name. If we want to change the name of our thread, so simply we will change the name from the get name method. Now if I remove this one, and we will create another thread here. How we will create a thread? Simply extends thread. Okay. After that we have to override the run method. So public void run I am writing here. Okay, simply I will write here the run method. Inside that system.out we are writing, and here we will try to get the name of our thread. Thread dot current thread dot get name. Okay, if I want to start the thread, what we need to do? Simply we have to create an object equals to new thread. Okay, so this is our new thread. With the help of that object, simply we will start our thread. Okay, and if I run this one, sorry, not new thread, paste. Okay. After that, here if I run this one, so what will be the name we will get here? That is the thread 0. If you are not giving any name to this thread, what will be the default name that is DVM will give? That is the thread 0. If you create another thread, suppose if you want to create another thread, see, this is the another thread. This is the object 1 we will write here. If I run this one now, thread 0 and thread 1. And remember one thing, we cannot assume the execution of the thread. Okay, we cannot assume the execution of the thread. So which thread will be executed first? We will not assume that, because it will be completely depend on the thread scheduler. Okay, thread scheduler will allocate the processor to the thread. The thread which have the processor, that will be allocated, that will be executed first. Sometimes thread 0 will be executed first. Sometimes thread 1 will be executed first. That will completely depend on the thread scheduler. We cannot assume the execution of the thread. Okay, so suppose we have two threads here, thread 0 and thread 1 here. Now, okay, so now if I run this one, it will be, we are printing here, it will be, we are getting the name of the thread. First thread is a thread 0, and we have another thread, thread 1. So this is our thread 0, and this is our thread 1. Now if I change the name of the thread, how will change that? Simply we have to write here obj dot set name. I will write here the name. So I will take the another name. So suppose I am taking the name Geeta. Okay, I will take the name of this thread as a Geeta. I will take the another name from our group only. Okay, so okay, I will take the another name here. Simply obj 1 obj 1 dot set name. So simply I will change set the name of this thread also, and I will give the name, any name I will give. So simply Okay, so we have changed the name. First name of this thread is a thread 0, and another old name of this thread is a thread 1. Now we have changed the first thread name to the Gita, then another thread name is Shreya. If I change the name, if I run this one now, see Gita, Shreya, we are getting on the console. If you want to change the name of our thread, what we'll do? Simply we will use the set name. Another thing is that suppose I am changing the name of the start method. Can we able to change that? Simply we will come here, we will run as Java application. Yes, we can able to change that also. Okay. Here also we are getting Gita, and here also we are getting the Priya. This is the set name method and the get name method. Okay, so if you want to get the name of our thread, so simply we'll use the get name. And if you want to set the name of our thread, so simply for that we will use the set name method. Is the get name and the set name. These are two naming methods. Anyone have any doubt here? Anyone have any doubt? No? Okay. Now another thing. Now another method we have, that is the daemon thread method. So what is meant by daemon thread method? You are using paint, word and all anything. Suppose if I start here word. Okay. Inside the word, what we will do? Simply we will use blank page. Inside that, if you are writing the means if you are writing the uh, means not if you are not doing any spelling mistake and all, if you are writing the correct spelling only, so it will be not give you any underline and all. Simply I will show you. Okay. Okay. Suppose here if I writing hello and this space hello if I and writing hello if I writing, and after that if I giving any space, so it will not give you any error and all. But suppose if I write here 2e, and suppose if I writing here l again, and suppose I am giving a space here, so what it will do? It will give you the space. It will be give you the red line below that, because we have did here this spelling mistake, right? We did here this spelling mistake. If I remove this one, and if I give here this space, it will not give you any space, because one one thread is there. Okay, one thread is there that is looking for this spelling here. Okay, if you did any spelling mistake, that this spell checker is there, right? Spell checker is observing this all the things. If I did here any spelling mistake, so it will be give you the warning like you did the spelling mistake here. So background one thread is working here, that is this spell checker, which is when we did this spelling mistake, that time it will be give you the hint like a, it will below that it will be give you the one red line, and after that it will say like that you made a one spelling mistake here. If you want to write it, you can write it from here. Okay, so here two thread is working. First we are writing here, and inside the background one another thread is working, that is the spelling checker. That spelling checker only the spelling checker is also known as the daemon thread. Daemon thread is simple. Daemon thread is simple service provider which is providing services to the user thread. Suppose we have a two threads here. Okay, suppose we have a two thread, is the main thread, and another thread we have is the thread 0. So if you make thread 0 as a daemon thread, so it will provide services to the main thread. Inside this also, inside the word also, if you are writing anything, that is the another thread. Inside the background another thing is working, that is spell checker, that is the another thing. Spell checker is providing services to this. We are writing another thread here, so this is the first thread, and another thing inside the background it is working, that is the daemon thread. Okay, so daemon thread is providing services to the user thread. Okay, if you are not writing anything, so can it will be provide the services? No, right? If you are not writing anything here, it will be not provide the services also. If I write hello, means it will provide a services. If I did any spelling mistake, so that time it will provide a services. If I am not writing anything here, so it will be provide a services. No. So daemon thread type is depend on the user thread life. Okay, daemon thread's life is completely depend on the user thread. So suppose if I write anything, so it will be alive. If you are not writing anything, so that will be also dead. Okay, so that is the daemon thread. Now we will take an example. If I want to convert any thread into the daemon thread, what we need to do? Simply we have to use the set daemon method. If I want to convert any thread into the daemon thread, so for that we have to use the set daemon method. Okay, simply I will come here and I will remove this thing. come here also, and suppose if I write here system dot out, and here I am writing hello, and here I will write get dot content, okay, get name, and I will remove this thing also. Okay, if I run this one, so what will be print? Simply hello and the name of our thread, it will be print, that is the thread 0. The hello and the thread 0 is printing on the console. Now what we will do, simply we will change the thread from normal thread to the daemon thread. So for that, what we will use, simply we will use the set daemon method. We will come here and I will write here the object dot set daemon method. Okay, what we need to do, we have to convert this thread into the daemon thread. For that, simply we'll use here. Now this thread is converted into the daemon thread. See, if I run this one, so hello is printing only, my get name is not printing. If I run this again, so hello as thread 0 will be printing on the console. Now if I want to check that this thread is daemon thread or not, so how we will check that, simply we will write here system dot out, and here we have to write object dot, we have another method, that is daemon. With the help of that is daemon method, we can check that that thread is a daemon thread or not. If I run this one now, see, we are getting here true. Okay, sometimes it is printing, sometimes it is not printing, that is the only depend on the thread scheduler. Okay, now it is printing hello in the is daemon. See, inside is daemon, what it is printing, that is the true. Is this thread is a daemon thread now. But if I remove from here, that is the set daemon, now see what will be the output we will get, is the false. Means this thread is not a daemon thread now. Okay, this thread is not a daemon thread now. But if I write here the again, see, if I write here again object dot set daemon, okay, if I write here object dot set daemon, if I run this one again, so this time we will get it here. Okay, this time we will get it here. Suppose if I not writing this one, that is the hello. If I run this one now, means what will be the output we will get? That is it only we are getting. Okay. If I remove this one also, so now what will be the output? You have to print this name, no? That is the get name. See, if I run this one, if I write here hello also, hello. If I run this one now also, it is not printing hello on the console. Why it is not printing hello? If I run this one again and again, it is not printing hello on the console. So why it is not printing hello on the console? Anyone have any idea why it is not printing hello on the console? See, if you come to the world, I told you before, no execution in the main thread, right? So see, if I write here hello, if I made here any spelling mistake and if I give here space, that time our spell checker is working. If I not writing, if I not writing anything, so that spell checker will be work or not? Not, no, right? That spell checker will not work. So suppose here inside the main thread there will be a no task. That time our set daemon thread will be also not working. See how here inside the main thread any thread task is there? No, just simply we are creating a thread here. So this is not a task. Suppose inside the main thread don't have any task, so this main thread will be not alive here. So this thread will be also not alive here. Right? If any thread is not there, so whom it will be provide a service. Suppose if I write here the system dot out again, and if I write here hello, hello one we will write, and now if I print this one, so suppose it is printing hello one. If I save it again, if I run this one again, so hello one and the hello is printing on the console now. Means when it will be the task, that time only it will be provider services, because this is a daemon thread. Daemon thread is a service provider which will be provided services to the user thread. If there is a no task, this thread will be also not, this thread will be also not work. Okay, now we will take one example. So what we will do this, what we will do in that example, simply I will remove this thing from here, and what we will do, simply I will write here if. Okay. Inside if, what we will do, if our thread dot current thread is alive, or thread dot current thread is alive, is not is alive, not is alive, is daemon. We will write. Okay, if our thread is daemon, that time simply it will be print the daemon thread. Okay, and it will be print the name of our thread, name of that thread also. Okay, if that thread is not a daemon thread, so it have to print the user thread. Okay, it have to print user thread like a thread, and we will print the name of that thread also. If that thread is a daemon thread, simply it will become into the if block. If that thread is not a daemon thread, it will become into the else block. Simple daemon thread. So simply what we will do, we will take a two thread here. That is the test obj1 equals to new new test. Okay, and simply we will write here. Sorry. Okay, and here we will write object1 dot start. Okay, so we have two thread here, this thread and this thread. This first thread is a daemon thread, and another thread we have, that is the normal thread. If I run this one here, so what will be the output we will get now? What will be the output we will get it now? What will be the output we will get it now? Anyone? Any guesses? If it is wrong also, it is okay. No worries. Just try. What will be the output we will get it now? No output. User thread. See, we'll go one by one. Okay. So here, if I run this one, so we will come into the main thread. In main thread, inside the main thread, JVM will create one thread here, that is the main thread. Okay, inside the main method, JVM will create one thread here, that is the main thread. After that, here we are creating the object, means here, and here we have extended the thread also. So here it will be create one thread here. What is the name of this thread? That is the thread 0. If you are not giving any name, by default JVM will give default name to this thread, that is the thread 0. After that, object dot set daemon, means we are converting this thread into the daemon thread. Right. After that, object dot start, and we have user thread here. Another thread, any user thread we have. Yes, we have another thread also here. That is the object one. Right. So what will we do when we write here object dot start? So it will become here. It will be see thread dot current thread dot is daemon. Okay. So if our thread is daemon, that time it will be returned true. If our thread is not daemon, that time it will be returned. So see here, this thread is daemon or not? Yes, this thread is daemon because we set here object dot set daemon. So it will be returned true. So what if it is true? So what it will do? It will print simple daemon thread. We are printing the name. So what is the name of our thread? Here, that is the thread 0. Again, it will become downside. Here we are creating the another thread. What is the name of this thread here? That is the thread 1. After that, with the help of thread 1, we are simply starting our thread. So object dot start, it will become here. It will print thread dot current thread dot is daemon. If our thread is daemon, that time it will be returned true, otherwise false. This time our thread is daemon, so no, another thread is not a daemon. It will become here, it will return false from here, right? Is daemon, our thread is not daemon, so it will be return false here. It will print user thread. And what is the name of our thread here? That is the thread 1. It will be it 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 have to execute like that. But if I run this one, so see daemon thread 0, user thread 1. So we are getting like that. But now see here, if I remove this thing from here and if I paste it after the start method, so and it will be run. We will see if I run this one in Java application, so it will be give the exception. So it will be which is the exception it will give is the illegal thread state exception. It will be give. Okay, which exception? That is the illegal thread state exception. If you are set, if you want to set any thread into the daemon thread, you have to set before the start method. If you set after the start, if you set after the start method, so it will be give you the illegal thread state exception. Okay, so you cannot set the any thread into the daemon thread after the start method. You have to set before the start method only. Okay, now another thing is that if I remove this from here, if I remove this thread from here, so now what will be the output we will get? Now what will be the output we will get? This is simple only. Daemon. This is little bit. See, daemon thread is just a service provider, so it will be provided services to the another user thread. So any another user thread we have here, so no. So this thread will be also work, so no, because daemon thread lives is completely depend on the user thread. If I run this one now, so nothing will be print on the, sorry, thread 0. Wait a minute. Oh, oh, sorry. Okay, these are program. Okay, if I run this one now, see, nothing is printing on the console. Why it is not printing on the console? Because we only have here the daemon thread. We don't have any user thread. So if user thread is not there, to whom it will be provider services. Right? User thread is not there, to whom it will be provider services, like this one. If I write here anything, so our spell checker will be active. If I not write anything here, so our spell checker will also not active. Same like that, if we have a user thread, so that time our set daemon thread will be also active. If we don't have any user thread, so our daemon thread will be also not active here. If I write here the again if I write the another thread, suppose if I create another thread here, copy and simply I will paste it here. And if I write here object dot, oh sorry, object one we have to write here also, object one dot start. And if I run this one now, so it will be put everything, see, daemon thread as well as the user thread. Okay, so that is the all about the daemon thread. Like a daemon thread is just a simple service provider which will be provide services to the user thread, and its life is completely depend on the user thread. If user thread is alive, then daemon thread will be alive. If user thread will be not alive, then daemon thread will be also not alive. And if you want to set any thread into the daemon thread, you have to set before the start method. If you set after the start method, so it will give the exception, is the illegal argument exception. Okay. For that priority based method, that we will see tomorrow. Till now, anyone have any doubt? Till now, anyone have any doubt? No? Okay. So today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the basic methods, naming methods, daemon thread method. Okay. Tomorrow we will see what is the priority method, what is the prevented execution method. That's it for today, guys. If you have any issues, you can ping me or you can ping it into group. Okay, we will definitely help you. Okay, today's assignment you have to complete and you have to submit on the group. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for your time. We'll meet tomorrow.